The Chargers could receive unexpected help from a divisional rival that no one anticipated. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts, the Chargers' divisional rival. Las Vegas Raiders just placed a promising tight end, Michael Mayer, on the market. The Chargers might have an opportunity to find their tight end of the future, further enhancing their offense. Let's explore whether this makes sense or not. The idea of trading for Michael Mayer is intriguing, especially considering the Chargers' current tight end situation. Mayer hasn't lived up to his draft pedigree so far, but the potential is still there. Coming out of college, Mayer was touted as a well-rounded tight end who could excel both as a pass catcher and as a blocker. He was known for making contested catches and being a menace after the catch due to his size and athleticism. However, his production in the NFL has been underwhelming, with just 304 yards and a couple of touchdowns in his rookie season, followed by an even less impactful 2024 season. The Raiders reportedly shopping Mayer makes sense, especially with Brock Bowers emerging as a superstar tight end for them. Bowers has been dominant, setting records as a rookie, which likely makes Mayer expendable. Still, trading within the division is highly uncommon and unlikely, as teams typically avoid strengthening a direct competitor. From the Chargers' perspective, Mayer could be a valuable addition if acquired at the right price. The team's tight end room lacks a clear long-term pass-catching option. Stone Smart has shown flashes but hasn't done enough to be considered the future at the position. Mayer's versatility and skill set could be a perfect fit for the Chargers, especially if they can acquire him for a late-round pick or a favorable trade. However, there are concerns about Mayer beyond his on-field performance. Missing 6 games in 2024 due to personal reasons adds uncertainty. While it's commendable that the Raiders kept the details private, the Chargers would need to evaluate the situation thoroughly before committing to a trade. If the situation is something the team feels confident they can manage, Mayer might be worth the risk. Ultimately, the Chargers are unlikely to overpay or overtrade for Mayer, as they've historically been conservative in their roster-building approach. The same applies to other potential acquisitions like Chris Godwin. The Chargers value deals that align with their financial and draft strategies, so if the price for Mayer or Godwin gets too high, they're likely to pass. But if Mayer can be acquired for a reasonable cost, say a day 3 pick, he could be a worthwhile flyer to address the team's tight end needs. As for the larger roster, the idea that the Chargers are 2 drafts, or offseason, away from being legitimate Super Bowl contenders seems overly pessimistic. With the core of the team intact and money available to re-sign key contributors, the Chargers are in a position to compete if they make smart additions this offseason. The team's focus should remain on filling holes strategically and ensuring they maximize the talent on the roster. When you look at the situation, the Chargers have the financial flexibility to bring back most of the players they want to retain this offseason. One of the key benefits of signing all those one-year deals was that it gave them the chance to evaluate who fits the philosophy and structure that Jim Harbaugh and Joe Hortiz are implementing, and who doesn't align with their vision for this team. Joe Hortiz has already demonstrated what he's capable of with limited preparation time. Even with half or less than half the usual time to prepare in his first year, he showed his ability to make impactful decisions in the draft. To place any hard limitations on his ability to build the team with the type of players Harbaugh needs, especially with the resources available in free agency and the draft, would be premature. Hortiz would need to fail in a significant way before any confidence in his ability to construct this roster is shaken. Now, it's going to be more challenging this season, particularly with the schedule, but I believe Joe Hortiz knows what he's doing, and Jim Harbaugh knows how to coach. With those two at the helm, the Chargers have the right formula to be competitive much sooner than in 2 seasons. So I'm not completely sold on the idea that the Chargers can't be Super Bowl contenders this year. I'd have to see how the offseason plays out before making that call. For them to be legitimate contenders, though, they'd need to nail the offseason almost perfectly. It's not impossible, but it's a tall order. The point being made here is that successful teams are built primarily through the draft. Joe Hortiz has only overseen 1 draft for the Chargers so far, and they started in a tough position. The team had an imbalance of expensive contracts compared to foundational players on rookie deals or other cost-effective contracts. Rebuilding the right way will take time. If the Chargers attempt to shortcut the process by overpaying for free agents, like signing a J.C. Jackson for $19 million per year, it won't solve their problems. Teams are built through the draft by finding young, affordable players who can contribute while complementing the roster with selective free agent signings. Free agency should be about filling gaps, not overhauling the entire roster. Right now, the Chargers are in a position where they still need to address some issues in free agency before heading into the draft. They're not quite at a point where they can rely entirely on drafting to complete their roster. With time, they could change this dynamic. By 2024, I believe they'll be ready to compete with the best in the conference. So, guys, what do you think? Do you believe the Chargers can be a serious Super Bowl contender in 2025? Should the Chargers consider trading Michael Mayer? Share your thoughts in the comment section.